Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit and welcome to After Hour, a new series which is designed to highlight really interesting indie stuff. I go in search of stuff that doesn't suck, that is interesting in one way or another, play it for an hour, and then give you a little bit of information about it. Simple as that, nothing too formal, and hopefully you'll find some really interesting and cool indie games that you didn't really know about before when you check out this series. The first one's going to be Captain Forever Remix. This is a game about building toy spaceships and stealing parts from others in order to build a claptrap ragtag awful spaceship that is very, very clearly going to upset people with OCD. This is by a company called Pixelsaurus, and I'm going to show you a little bit of this one, and I'm not going to do too well at it, I would imagine. I am absolutely awful at this game, I have to admit. So, this is a roguelite style game in the sense that you do a playthrough, and once you're dead, and that usually involves unlocking some new things every time you play through. So in this case, you unlock different starter kits. Now, if I click Messy Brawler, for instance, that's going to give me some parts, and this is sort of how I assembled them last time. If I click Super Sniper, here's a bunch of parts, and I could assemble a ship out of this using a simple drag and drop system. So I get my mouse, let's put one there. That one there. Let's put some sniper lasers on the front of it. There you go. Nice. I can add a bulkhead here. That bulkhead has an attribute. As you can see right here, if I hold down the button, it's a dead-eye bulkhead. It's going to give me laser sights. It's going to make things a little bit easier to see. Do that. And we need to add some engines to this bloody thing. Otherwise, we are not getting anywhere in a hurry. So let's whack one there, whack one there. All right. I mean, this looks reasonable. How does it fly? Not too bad, actually. Pretty maneuverable. I'm going to leave the other two parts because they kind of unbalance the ship a little bit. But this is a sniper ship of some sort, built out of what's basically Lego blocks. So let's jump in and give it a shot. So the idea is that you have a different mission objective in every little part of the solar system. It usually is kill a level X ship of some sort. And as you can probably see, it's a little bit lighthearted. If you're getting some Ren and Stimpy or just any kind of Cartoon Network vibes from this, I'm certainly not blaming you. That makes quite a lot of sense, considering all of the ships are piloted by toy animals. The whole idea is that you are playing with your evil little brother, and you're basically playing toy spaceships with him. That's the whole premise of the game. And these different ships are built from these different toy building blocks, and if you blow up the command module of a ship, you can salvage what parts are left and you can add them onto your own ship. And once the parts on your ship get blown up, well, they're gone for good. So you got to be a little bit careful with how you engage. Currently fighting some level 1 ships there, blew them apart nice and easy, so I can steal any parts that I want here. I can make my ship a lot bigger. So let's take these engines off, maybe add some nice big bulkheads to it, bulk out that ship a little bit, add some more sniper lasers to the front. And I don't know if I've got enough engines to really make this work. You're gonna find what's interesting is that as you start to build out your ship and add parts to it, of course, it becomes a bit more unbalanced, more unwieldy. So that could be a problem. I mean, right now, I can barely turn in this thing. You know, it's not that useful. But you can, of course, reconfigure it on the fly. So let's say, for instance, I wanted less thrust and wanted more kind of maneuverability on the side here. I can't go forward that fast now, but I'm a little bit more maneuverable. Still very, very unwieldy, but there you go. Cool thing about this game is that you're forced to improvise in difficult situations. So when you get attacked and you lose half of your ship's parts, you got to figure out, well, can I still make my ship work in some way? Is it even possible for me to continue to fight? And you've got to go off and scavenge new parts for your ship by killing off the weaker enemies, and also by finding chests around the levels, which will contain a selection of drops that you can add onto your ship. So it's a cool little idea. Now, if you get really good at this, which I'm not, because as I said, I've played it for about an hour, you can reconfigure your ship on the fly, which is a really cool thing. So let's say, right, I've got a few problems here. Let's do that right now. Let's move my laser. All right, you know, I'm having problems shooting from that side. Okay, what if I put my sniper laser on the side? There we go. There we go. And now I can just get in range of this bloody thing. Now I can shoot there. So I think once you get really good at it, you're going to be reconfiguring the layout and configuration of your ship on the fly, which I think is such a cool little idea. It definitely gives me some very nostalgic vibes of playing spaceships with Lego, and I think that's exactly what the theme is supposed to evoke, honestly. So put some sniper lasers on the back then. All right, you're going to be like that? Okay, let's just rearrange my ship there, and then that won't be a problem. Now, each of the levels has a chance of spawning traps as well, which are your fiendish little brother's evil schemes. So occasionally you'll run into a level that has land mines on it, or space mines, I suppose. Occasionally you'll run into a level that's got gas clouds that make things hard to see, or turrets that try and attack you. And that keeps things a little bit interesting, because for the most part, the game is this, you know, explore the level, build as good a ship as you can, try and get some good parts, complete the objective. There's no mini-map, but you get these pulses, which are going to show you exactly where the enemies are. So, if I can eventually turn this horrible hunk of junk, I'm just trying to think about what's the best way to maybe rearrange my thrusters so that I can actually move properly. You know, adding them a bunch of thrusters to all sides seems like a pretty good tactic, all things considered, because, yeah, you're not going to precisely design a ship in this game. It's not designed around you sweating for hours over your ship designs. Quite the opposite. You know, you're supposed to design something quickly, on the fly. It's supposed to be very much jury-rigged. It's got to be ragtag and ridiculous. That is the whole point. You are a child playing with toys. You are not a grand ship designer. You do get these little frustrating moments, though, I will admit, when you're just like, I'm not 100% sure, like, what's wrong with the ship. Like, I don't know why it is unwieldy. Why is it this bloody unwieldy? Oh, God, please help. And especially some of the AI enemies are a little smarter than you might think, and they tend to get in your blind spots and all sorts of things like that, so you could be in serious trouble there. There we go, put the lasers on the side, finally get this. No, he's slightly out of, just turn faster! Please! Get him! Just a couple more shots to his command module and I can kill him. There we go. Oh, God. That did not go well at all, did it? But we can add some more thrusters, give myself a little bit more maneuverability now. Maybe put my stuff on the front. I think it also had a couple of vampire modules, so I have a chance of gaining health whenever I hit an enemy, which is great. So if I add a couple of vampire, that's 4% vampire chance. So you get these cool little procs and effects that you can add to your ship by putting various bulkheads in it, but your best laid plans are always going to go wrong when you encounter a ship who's clearly more capable than you. There we go, a little bit more maneuverable now. A little bit. Still not ideal, but we're getting there. And then you end up losing all of your good modules, and you're left with nothing but your command module and a half-baked level 1 laser that's about to explode. Oh, great. This map has a set of bloody mines in it, as you can see. And they justify that by saying, oh, Kevin, did you leave your toys around? Now I have to very, very carefully maneuver. The problem is I have so many thrusters on this thing that even trying to sort of strafe sideways could be a bit of a problem. Thankfully, there is a strafe sideways left and right button that I haven't quite got really used to using yet, which is Q and E. So you can go sideways. You don't have to go forwards and turn all the time. But these little traps do make the levels a little bit trickier. I think you can probably see why I enjoy this, why this is a cool little idea. Every playthrough ends up being a little bit different because of the different parts that you get. There are quite a lot of parts. A lot of the really cool parts do come from chests, and I do find, like, some issues locating those every now and again. Now, it would maybe be nicer if the chest spawn rate was higher, although if you do... Oh, damn it! Well, there's most of my guns gone. There's most of my everything gone, actually. See if we can take him out with the one remaining laser that we've got. Jesus. This happens quite often. It just takes one mistake for something awful like that to occur. Let's put a thruster on here so I can maybe go backwards a little bit. Just let me shoot him, please. No, this way. If you play it on easy mode, there's a chance that the ships will drop chests. So, you know, if you want a game where you get a bunch of parts really quickly, play this on easy. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, up the difficulty level, then you've got to hunt the damn things down. Oh, my command module's taking fire. Let's move the laser to the side. Oh, and they blew it up right now. You know what? I'm gonna leave. That's a mine. Ouch. But it's cool. It really is. Having to remix your ship constantly and work with what you've got is a really awesome little feel. For those that don't like the whole one death and you have to start over again thing, that might be somewhat off-putting, since it is something of a roguelite in that respect, but I like going into every playthrough because I don't exactly know what's going to happen. You know, I might be able to come up with some really awesome behemoth of a ship with guns on all sides and awesome levels and great procs and shielding and repair stuff. Or I might make a complete waste of space, yes, pun intended, that can't really do anything and fail miserably. But it's got this, I just want to try it one more time feel to it. And I love the theme as well. You know, it's such a happy little theme. It's very wistful, very evocative of playing with toys as a kid. So this is a really interesting little indie game. I've enjoyed my time with it. If you want to check it out, it's available on Steam for $15 or your regional equivalent. My name has been TotalBiscuit. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, by all means do feel free to click the like button. If you didn't, dislike button's right over there. And official feedback can be found on reddit.com/r/cynicalbritofficial. That's our new official subreddit. So if you've got any comments on the format, something of a lighter format, I hope. Less critical, a little bit more optimistic maybe. And do let me know. I'll see you next time.